Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for watching. This is one of my first recorded videos. I do tend to do these things on a live and interact with the audience. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find, I'm usually busy around the time that my reviewers are based on whatever the YouTube statistics says that my YouTube viewers are usually on between 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. My time, and I'm usually running around at work or busy with kids, so I never get time to record in that time or be live on that time. So I decided to do this in a recorded format. Today was a really long day, March 11th. Today is the recording day. And it's a really, really long day at work and really, really busy and a little bit stressful. So I decided to do this before going to bed as an award for myself, just doing a recorded video, something I do for myself. And why not? Why not review the Dries Van Noten fragrances? So please subscribe if you haven't. Push the notification button. Please let me know if you have any favorite Dries Van Noten fragrance, and what are your favorites, and what have you found that suits you? Because there are a lot of them apparently. So I was looking at the history of the house, and it seems like the fashion designer brand of Dries Van Noten has been around since 1958, but their perfume launches has been since 2022. And I think it was 2022 that I heard about this brand from another fragrance friend, showing me the pictures of the bottles, and I'm like, oh, those are some gorgeous bottles. I really, really like how this ceramic making of the bottle. And these bottom parts, like, it comes in two kind of segment like that, each bottle like that. So it looked beautiful. At the time, it was only available at Selfridges, and Selfridges doesn't ship to Canada, so it's really difficult to get your hands on it. Another friend of mine, another fraghead friend of mine, had sent me graciously. She had sent me a sample set of the Dries Van Noten fragrances, and I was really happy that she lived in US, so she could get shipping from Selfridges, and I ended up trying some of their fragrances on that sample kit, and I know that my first love from the sample set that I tried. I know, like, a lot of people do talk about Swiss Malakis most more than any other ones in this category, but in this brand. But mine is Rock de Mer. So as soon as I smelled it, I was like, yeah. Plus, the name Mer. I loved just kind of the notion of it and everything about it. So I ended up getting a bottle of that. So Dries Van Noten Rock de Mer is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I'm just going to try to find the notes that I pulled out for you guys earlier. Let's see. So the Rock de Mer was launched in 2022. Nose behind it is Amélie Jacquin, if I'm not butchering it out. If I am, please let me know. Top notes are pink pepper and cypress. Middle notes are myrrh and patchouli. Base notes are suede and benzoin. So not very complicated, but it's really made masterfully. You don't need kitchen sink of notes to make something smell good. Like, this is absolutely beautiful fragrance, with all those kind of, how can it go wrong with all those notes? But I'm sure it can go wrong, like if it's not made properly. Now let's spray this one. The only complaint with these bottles I have is that, let me just pull up the screen here. The only complaint with these bottles I have is, you see the cap. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I don't know if it's focusing well here. Hold on. Let's see. Can you focus on this? Nope. Yep. So you see that for a second. Okay. The cap gets like that from after a while, and like there are some spots on this one, so you really need to clean the caps quite often. So that's the only complaint I have about the bottles. The bottles are also refillable. I actually never tried to refill them, so I don't know how it's. I'm not gonna dry here on the thing. I don't want to break it, but the bottles, I know that they are refillable. It seems like you have to untwist from inside. Like there's a little, you see here. Um, yeah, it seems like you need to untwist that part. So the bottles are refillable, and they sell these bottles. The refills come in a little bit of a like a cylindrical way with the wrapping paper around it. It looks like the bottle, but it's, I mean, obviously there's no design on it. The refill bottles are 200 ml. The bottles themselves are 100 ml. The eau de toilette bottles, I think, have a 200 ml. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. So Rock de Mur. Ah, so good. The patchouli and that kind of mix of patchouli and myrrh is like, my Achilles tendon. It's so good. And, it really sprays quite well. If you can see, I don't know if you can see it from there, but there's a fine mist. Mm, this is such a beautiful fragrance. This on me, so most other ones that I'm going to be talking about are quite, it has a personal scent bubble. It's not like, maybe with the exception of Fleur de Mal, they're not like beasts or whatever, but this one is really, really good for longevity, sillage, lasts all day, and stays on you for a whole day. I just love the notes. I absolutely love the notes, and what you get from it the most is first, like, you get a big burst of myrrh and patchouli. There are some green notes, but I don't really, and pink pepper probably in opening, but I don't get that right off the bat. Like, it smells even from the nozzle. It smells like more like myrrh and patchouli, and then in deep dry down, you'll get a little bit of a benzoin and the suede note dropped. An absolutely delicious fragrance. If you haven't tried it, get your nose on it. If you like those notes, if you love myrrh and patchouli, try this one. Now, is it masculine, feminine? I mean, I know I had a video on this, but I think this may be masculine leaning just because of the patchouli, myrrh, and suede notes, but it's not rough around the edges fragrance. It's smoothly done, and I think anyone can pull it off, to be honest. And it's not probably for me in a scale of feminine to masculine. Masculine being the top, masculine being 10, this is probably a 6, so it's not bad at all. So there's that. So that was the first one, Rock de Mur, Dries Van Noten. The next one is, let's see, the next one is from the line maybe I'll talk about Soi Malakis. Soi Malakis, I don't even know what the name is about, like Soi Malakis. Is that just a made-up name, or is the real have a meaning? I probably have to look that up later. So number one, look at the design of the bottle, absolutely gorgeous. And the colors, it's like birds on it. Interesting. It's like a couple birds and different kind of birds. And this one was released in 2022 as well. And the nose behind it is Mary Salman. Salman, if I'm wrong, please correct me. The notes on it are blackcurrant, bergamot, silk, rose, chestnut, and cacao. So, I mean, those are, again, like, beautiful notes. I mean, I feel like this is it's like feminine in for most people, because it's a mix of rose and blackcurrant, and rose is not that kind of spicy or green rose that could, sometimes the masculine fragrances contain. So, in that kind of silky note, it comes through. Like, it's funny how you say silk in the notes, but it does come through. And blackcurrant adds a little bit of a playfulness to the whole fragrance. So let's just spray this one. This is quite a soft fragrance. It doesn't have, on me anyways, it doesn't have huge, like, projection of, I don't know, like 12 feet away from you. But goods, oh, this is gorgeous. It's like the pretty lady scent. Um, oh, and it's just, I can just, smell the silk. It's just almost like you can see or visualize it. With some rose and blackcurrant, and in deep dry down, you'll get the like cacao. The chestnut, kind of that kind of note is hard for me to smell, but it does, poke his head out in on different stages of the fragrance. This must be, I think I do decant these fragrances, and this is the one that gets the most requests on decants. People want to try this one. I have gone through, God, I think I've gone through like a 1.5 refill, and I still have some. But again, people who want to try Dries Van Noten, most people try this one, and it's absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Very, very, very well made. So there you go. You have it. Dries Van Noten Swamelakis. So there is that. The next one that I bought, maybe I'll just go by the order of what I bought. It was Fleur de Mal. This one, I think I bought Rock de Mer and Swamelakis from Selfridges, and then got it shipped to US and shipped from US to me. It was just a whole process, but the Fleur de Mal, I bought it from a reputable seller, and for a really good price. I don't know if I would have bought it for full retail price for Fleur de Mal, but still I like it for what the price that I got it. So this one is, let's open it up. Fleur de Mal, I'm not sure what year it was released in. Fleur de Mal is still 2022, and guess what? It's Quantum Beige. Quantum Beige fragrance. The top notes are peach, osmanthus, then jasmine. Base notes are suede and amber. So what I get most about it, what I recall from it, actually it's been a while since I worn it. What I remember from it is mostly the peach and the leather, like the suede. But let's see how it goes now. Maybe I do miss this fragrance. The peach in this is very, very good. Like, I know we had a conversation about peach this morning in a live. We were talking about peach notes and how sometimes can be composed as kind of juvenile. What can I say? But this one is absolutely not that kind. So I do like the kind of peach that Guerlain used to have, not the one that it has now. Like, I don't like Pêche Mirage, but I like the way that the peach was composed in Mitsuko, for example, and then from Roja Parfums. There are several of the fragrances that have peach and aldehyde combo, and I really like that combo. This one does not have aldehyde, but I'm gonna say it is a really good peach, and with the osmanthus, and like combination of it with the osmanthus makes it absolutely gorgeous. And then you have the leather, but leather is not, I mean, it's suede and it's quite smooth, and it's not really rugged or like intense or headaches inducing. This one has a good longevity sillage as well, maybe a little bit more than the others some of the others. So that's how the bottle looks like. Beautiful, gorgeous bottle. And that's it. The next one that I got and I immediately fell in love with was Neon Garden. And I don't know what stopped me from buying this at the get-go, because the notes contain iris, and it would be surprising for me to not have picked it up, like from, just from get-go. But let me see. So where are we at here? Now, Neon Garden. Neon Garden was released in 2022, so it was the same like first releases. The top notes are iris, carrot. Base notes are ambroxan and musk. I know. You hear ambroxan, you might cringe a little bit, but it's not. It's not an ambroxan bomb by any means. I think. Let's see. Yeah, so this one has a rating of 3.7 on Fragrantica. I usually say things that are rated 4 and above are usually good in Fragrantica, and safe for not safe really, nothing is safe for blind buy, but if you're blind buying, at least buy something with above 4 rating. But this one, I think that it's just hard done by. I don't know why people don't like it as much. It's really, really good for like I really like this one. It might be like my second, maybe actually even tied with the Rock de Mer. Like first fragrance review that I'm looking at says it's basically a mojito in a bottle, which is perfect for summer and hot days. People saying it's masculine, really, I don't think so, are interesting because I usually pick up on that pretty fast, and then this reads very unisex to me. Absolutely. Performance could be better, but I wish it was stronger. Okay, so that was not such a bad one. The mint and ambroxan notes prevent this from being a traditionally feminine powdery iris scent. Okay, well, I can see that. So again, the ratings are not really that great. I don't know what's driving that, because to me this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Maybe I'm not smelling what some people are smelling, but I also know the iris is not actually a popular note, so maybe that's what it is. So good. This is so good. If you have not tried this, if you like that kind of, elegant, a little bit waxy and a little bit, it's kind of like it comes like that kind of waxiness, and the carrot note, which it doesn't smell like a carrot, but I think maybe that's adding it to it. I don't actually smell a lot of mint in this one. That most people mention mint, but I'm not in here. Maybe I don't recall smelling it on my skin either. So majority of it is just a powder bomb with iris and a little bit waxy quality, like old lipsticks, that kind of smell. Ambroxan, to me, it doesn't come ambroxan. Whatever that is, it just makes it last longer, I think. Because this one, despite that has just a personal like scent bubble, but it does last like quite a long time, especially on the clothes. Lasts quite a long time, and that is the bottle. I tried this one first time in Italy, and I bought it at Rinascente, which is one of their department stores. And then I got myself also a um a refill bottle, because this one was really good, and I did a split of it, and people in my groups liked it. So I don't know what's the issue on the Fragrantica. The last but not least is, let's talk about what did I do? Last but not least, I want to talk about Santal Greenery. Greenery, is that called the Santal Greenery? Yes. So this time around, when I was in Paris, for example, not Paris, for example, I was in Italy. I obviously went to the Mazzolari store. If you haven't been to Mazzolari store, it's a very dangerous place to go in, because you will just, you'll just spend money. So I was there, and I don't know for like what. You know what? They have new ones in this line, including chamomile satin and vanille camouflage. And I wanted to try those. So I went there just thinking that with the names and the notes I would like it, but I didn't like any of them. And then I saw the Santal Greenery, and which I don't know I had seen ever before, even though it's like released in 2022 again, with the rest of the line. But I never even had given it a chance. I sprayed it at the store, and I'm like, oh my god, this is lovely. And I'm not even like a huge fan of sandalwood, but the way it is composed here with the other notes, it makes it really, really lovely. So I ended up buying a bottle and also a refill thing for myself, because it's better price when in Europe than when you buy here. So Top notes are released in 2022. Nose behind it is Nisreen. God, I'm gonna butcher that. Boisoui Grillé. Okay. Top notes, sorry if I butchered your name. Top notes are bergamot and grapefruit. Middle notes are fig, violet leaf, and base notes are sandalwood and white musk. I'm not, again, violet leaf, not my jam. Fig, not my jam. Sandalwood, I'm not crazy about. But I spray this and I can't get enough of it. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. Ooh. So so refreshing. Like there is violet. I smell the violet leaf and I smell the fig and I smell the sandalwood. I just like the combination of all of those, plus the really bright top with the grapefruit. It makes it an absolutely refreshing, but also powdery, but also a little bit fruity mix. And if you have not tried this, please get your try a sample of this one. It's absolutely worth trying. Okay, let's see. Is they bottom in plastic in all of them? No, I think maybe the bottom ones have different quality on different bottles. Anyways, sorry, that was the ADHD moment. So those were my 5 Dries Van Noten fragrances that I really, really like. I wish they were, I think they started selling it at Sense here, at SSENSE, at retail price. I wish it was more available in other places, but that's as good as it gets. I really want to try Sur Ma Peau again. Sur Ma Peau is the EDT, I think, of these line that is available in 200 ml. And oh, the perfumer is Quantum Beach. That one is an absolutely gorgeous one. It's quite nothing mind-blowing, but just a clean girl aesthetic, a little bit of vanilla, that kind of thing. I couldn't smell, partly because I had smelled so many things that day. I couldn't smell it this time around at the store. Otherwise, I would have bought it. So there's that one that I'm curious about. From the rest of them, I have not tried some other ones. I know they have a cannabis fragrance. There's Crazy Brazil. There's an orange smoke. There is a Raving Rose, which I was like, I haven't touched because, rose is not my favorite, but you never know. Mystic Moss. I think I tried one of these and I was like, ew, brother, ew. There's Bitter Splash, Voodoo Chili, Jardin de l'Orangerie, Jardin de l'Orangerie, and Camel Satin. But yeah, so I am curious about the other ones. I don't know what I did. I think I gave away my sample kit, which now I regret. So now I need to go probably find a sample kit if I can, and try some of these at home. Like I find that when you're spraying at home and not combined with 600 other fragrances that you have sprayed before, it works pretty well. Anyways, again, please, if you have watched so far, please don't forget to subscribe, press the like button, push the notification button on, and let me know if you have any favorite fragrances from Dries Van Noten, and what else you would like to see me review. If any other brands that comes to your mind, please let me know. Anyways, I'm going to head to bed and have a good snooze. Hope y'all are doing well whenever you're watching, and have a great day. Bye.